Hello, howdy. I'm Bishi, and tonight we're... Oh my god. Tonight I'm dropping stuff. Tonight we're playing more Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are going to be getting into a new case tonight. We're going to be getting into case 4. I do have questions. Is this the last case of the first game? Is 4 the last one? I don't know. It is. We're getting into the last case. I didn't realize I was almost done with this game. They really make you work for it with that last one, though. Case 3 was, very interesting. Let's just say that. Honestly, I was having a good time with it. I was having fun until everything that happened yesterday with just showing that video so much. And I felt that it was kind of too obvious, like what was going on big picture. Little details, some of them I messed up on, but I think it's mostly because I was tired yesterday. But we went for like 5 hours yesterday, so I could finish that case and we could start the new one tonight. So we'll see how far we get. I might do a short stream today just because we went so much yesterday. So I'm a little tired from yesterday. I woke up very exhausted. So we shall see. If we get to a good stopping point early on, we might end stream a little early. So just letting y'all know, but I'm not really sure. We'll just see how it goes. Let's say the 3D cutscene and the song overstayed their welcome by a long shot. Yeah, it showed us that 3D cutscene like 50 times. It was so bad. they would show a part, and then you're supposed to like see a detail that you missed the first time, you know? And then they're like, oh, let's watch it again. So they like force you to watch it twice, and they play it from the whole, like, that whole section. It's, oh. Anyway, I'm glad to be moving on to a new case tonight. I don't know anything about this, but I was told that it's a doozy, which makes sense because it's the last case, apparently. Usually the last case in Ace Attorney games is a little bit more intense, a little longer to get through, so we'll start it tonight, and we'll pick it back up when I get back from my break in a couple weeks here. But yeah. I think it was Flame who joked about watching that scene 500 times, but it was no joke. It was not a joke. It was more serious than we could have imagined. But yeah, without further ado, I think we should go ahead and start on the new case. Let me see. There we go. Alright. Spent half the budget on that cutscene. Gotta get their money's worth, right? That's what I was thinking too, is like, if they had CGI, they had a 3D part, they put all that money into that. Okay, episode 4. Let's do it. Let's go. Episode 4, Turnabout Succession. And there's a TV show called that. And that is the whole truth of this case. Oh, Mason System. 0000101. Okay, we've got some heart rate monitor stuff. I think, oh! Flatline? In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 long years. Oh. Poker. That was, I think, case 1. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. Oh? Oh. And now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of the story. Oh, it tells you it's the last one. So I think that scene... Oh, will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. They made this so dramatic. Dang. Dang! Alright, we're here. We've started. Game has begun. October 7, 10:37 a.m., right? Anything agency. So I was gonna say... That scene that it showed with the magicians and, like, I think it was like a circus? I feel like that's probably hinting at how Chusi's biological dad was killed. I guess he was killed. Hey Apollo, look on TV. Look. Yeah, I'm kind of busy. Whoa, look at that. He's the last Gram, all right? Amazing. Apollo, you should be watching this. Ow. What? I was writing about our last case in my journal. He's journaling, Trucy. Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know, so it's been 3 months. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lemawar disappeared. That's right. Uncle Valent did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now. It's just getting to the good part. I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while he's away. What you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Gaviners concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here right before your unbelieving eyes. The legendary troupe Gram is performing for the first time in 7 years. That's gonna be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too. The legendary Grams. If Trucy's real father were still alive, he'd be on that stage performing miracles. I've got the tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Got our magic show ticket. Ticket to the premiere showing of A Grand Illusion by the magician Valent Gramarye. Week. Ah, you are here. Working hard or hardly working? Oh, it's Phoenix. I thought it was gonna be Valent for some reason. Hey, how have you been? Hi there, stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. Though he has been gone a long time. How goes it, Trucy? Here, I got a present for you. Yay! Pudding! I love pudding! Oh, it's farm fresh. And not just 1 pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself. Well, I'm beat. That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You gotta take it easy with the secrets, you know. How right you are. So, you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it is time. It has something to do with you, anyway. Huh? With me? Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission, too. Maybe you can be one of those guys. A spy. Can't I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me, you've heard of the jurist system, yes? The jurist system? That's right. The new legal system everyone's talking about. Have you heard of it, Apollo? Huh? Maybe? Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. The jurist system, huh? Interesting. So, Daddy, what's this jurist system thing? Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is? I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty? Do you know, Apollo? Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling the new system the jurist system. No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor. Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. Oh, and there will be only 6 of them under the current proposal, right? Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo. Their findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully, people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now. I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show, starring Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright, Assistant Trucy, and Mascot Apollo. Perfect team. Mascot? Hey! The secret mission. So, what is this secret mission? The jurist system is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo. Too true. Everyone's got an opinion, and they just talk, and nothing gets decided. Too much yapping. Kinda like you, Apollo. I'm not that bad, am I? In any case, we're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will.
I don't like tests.
We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with that process, incidentally. Helping how? Well, for one, I'll be chair of the Jurist System Simulated Court Committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge and the courtroom.
Wow, it's like you have a real job.
I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. He's gonna be chair hobo. The trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. Trial simulation, that is.
Simulation, huh? Sounds interesting.
So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it is the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple.
Good thinking. No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious.
True. The case is a murder. That's not simple at all!
By simple, did you mean that the defendant is...
Guilty. Yes. Most likely. So good luck, Apollo.
Huh?
With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. All that I said, it had something to do with you.
Go for it, Apollo. It's just a test case anyway. No sweat.
Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. Most serious, in a worst-case scenario. You mean, the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial. That's a real trial. All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. The trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hope you can make room in your schedule. Why am I only hearing about this now? Ah, yes. There was a change this morning. I picked a new case. Huh? Something that happened last night. What? Huh? Nick out there to commit mental warfare on Apollo. Pretty much! This whole game has just been Apollo being put through the ringer. Valent Graham.
Hey, Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission, but what about this? The Troop Gramarye Grand Magic Show.
Huh? Oh, right. The card tricks.
They're not card tricks. They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse, heaven and earth will shake.
So what? That's 3 whole days from now.
It's at Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go today. We can say hi to Uncle Valent.
Have fun.
What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing.
Right. Why not go with her? But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. I don't trust that smile. He knows something that he's not telling me.
Yippee! Now you can take me to the Coliseum!
I suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there. Ah, Gramarye. That reminds me.
What's this, Daddy? Isn't that silk hat the Gramarye seal?
Consider it a birthday present, Trucy.
Thanks! It's great! But today isn't my birthday.
Good point. What day is it today, Apollo? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day? And it's a Recycle Your Plastics present.
Yippee! So it's plastic!
I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. So what is it?
Can I open it, Daddy?
No.
Huh?
You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then. How is she supposed to know she needs it?
Well, why didn't you just hold on to it until then?
Because that would be the logical thing to do. And Phoenix is not logical. Envelope for Mr. Right. Do not open until the time is right. An envelope about the Gramarys, huh? Alright, so what case are you going to use? You really want to know, don't you? Of course I do. I mean, I'm gonna be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes. Of course, this is just a test. We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions. A blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank slate and just being totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Well, mine. Committee chair, remember? Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose. I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good. That's better. You can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? And how am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo. If I am in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility. For good or for bad. His face is so serious. He was so serious there. Just do what you can. And don't worry. I know what I'm doing. What did he say? Yeah, everything is his responsibility. Okay. Alright. I'd recommend going down to the detention center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk.
Well, time's a-wasting.
Oh boy. Okay. Detention center. Ask about the scene. Okay, so that's gonna be the next thing we do. Got it. We'll go here first. I know, I'm worried. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because we're in the dark as much as Apollo is. October 7, Detention Center Visitors Room. That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes!
Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us.
You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way.
Like shouting, "Oh, waiter!" and they're standing right behind you? Oh, guard! Is our client gonna be much longer?
What are you talking about? Haven't you already started the meeting yet?
Huh?
Oh. Where'd you come from? Well, anyway, please have a seat. She looks so cute. Just silence.
I'm nervous, Apollo.
It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you?
That's right. Okay.
I'm the amazing Mr. Hat! Did she leave? Did she faint?
Ah! She passed out!
Miss Magic Underwear might have been a better bet.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
I don't prefer that. Maybe the beanie is squeezing Phoenix's brain too much? Oh god. His poor brain. How will he ever play the piano again? Okay, she's not gonna talk, but we might as well try. Hi. Well, I'm your defense. I really think it has to be fate, you know? And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Tell me, what's your sign?
I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo.
No, never mind. I just got carried away there. You seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. So what's your name? Oh, right. I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo. Apollo Justice.
And I'm Trucy Ray.
I know. This is getting nowhere fast. Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately?
Well, the other day this tourist from out of town stopped to ask me directions.
Later, Trucy. I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Well, that was fruitless. Though I think I understand despair a little better now.
You did good, Apollo.
Oh?
Look! She's doing her nails.
What? Are nails more important than defense? Is that it? Let's go, Trucy. What? Excuse me. Oh!
Would you read this?
Sure. I feel like a teenager on a first date. And this is the love letter we passed from desk to desk at school.
Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo.
It's a business card with a name and an address. The name is Vera Misham. The address is for Drew Studio. Drew Studio. Defendant's business card. The address for Drew Studio is on the front. And you're giving me this card because... her name is Vera. Well, looks like we're finished here.
I wonder if Drew's studio is the scene of the crime.
Let's go find out. Ooh. Pufferfish. October 7, Drew Studio. There's also a painting hidden behind the cabinet there. Wow. This looks like a studio.
It's like life imitating art, or maybe it's the other way around. The tape on the ground there, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah. It's like we found our crime scene.
Apollo, look at all those paintings.
Hey, don't touch those.
It's okay, I'm just looking.
I like this one. That one's my favorite.
Huh? Apollo, look at this one.
Looks half finished. You can still see the rough sketch underneath.
But that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all.
Yeah, good point. That is odd. Okay, Drew Misham's paintings added to the court record. Obtained at Drew's studio. Only half finished, the rough sketch is still visible.
All the paintings have a really different style, too.
Ah, I thought I might find you two here. Oh!
Emma, long time no see.
Oh? Seems like I run into you far too often. I'll bet I know why you're here, too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow?
I've heard about it, sure.
So Mr. Wright chose you, huh? We don't even know what the case is about.
Well, he was killed. The artist who owns this studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham.
Drew Misham. Drew... I'm trying to think of the joke. Drew? I mean, Drew is about drawing, because he's an artist. Maybe Sham? Drew me Sham? Like he's a fake artist? Maybe something like that.
Misham. And his daughter was put under arrest.
Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center.
It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder.
You don't say. Not even by poisoning? That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman.
Poisoning?
Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here with my snackoos. Can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around, which means we'd better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. Alright, let's look around. We could also talk to her. Yeah. Talk first, or do we look around? We'll look around first. Oh no, Emma! We've been put into a trial, Emma! Help me, Emma! I want to look at this.
Hey, there's a painting hidden back here.
Hey, you're right.
What if it's embarrassing somehow and he didn't want anyone to see it?
He certainly seemed pleased by the possibility. Okay, so it's like a finished version. Huh.
It's so normal.
That's hardly something to get mad about.
Huh? What is it, Apollo?
Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. I better get a professional opinion on this. Okay, a hidden painting. What did that say? Yeah, landscape, and this one's hidden painting, notable for the large plum in the foreground. I was wondering what that was. I thought it was a peach. It's a plum. I imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use.
Guests?
The police already analyzed this cup too? Not a trace of poison was found on that cup. The killer was after Drew Misham alone. Okay. Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug.
Aha! So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poisoned mug of coffee.
I would hope so. Poisoned coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee.
What?
You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. Okay? The victim's last cup of coffee. The side of the cup reads Misham. This?
That letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this.
Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Misham would put his letters in there, and the postman took them away.
Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather. I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings. I just love oils. You know, how they're so thick. Is that the word?
These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are.
Yeah, and what's going on with this half-finished one?
It must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below.
That's what's so weird. The sketched part doesn't really fit the finished parts.
I noticed. That is weird. Okay. Of course, we got this.
Apollo, that's where the body was.
That's the spot where Mr. Drew Misham passed away. He put the coffee mug to his lips, and the next moment, there's quite a bit of paint on the ground. See that half-painted painting there? He must have been working on that right up to the moment he died.
Wow, a true artist to the end.
Or maybe he started a year ago and was procrastinating. That'd be me. Bunch of half-finished projects. Oh, okay, I think that's actually everything to look at, so now we can just talk to her.
So this, Drew Misham was some kind of artist?
Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth.
Oh? Well, I guess his stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance.
Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end.
What do you mean, to anyone?
He was always locked up here in his studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he'd put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters?
What do you mean, Apollo?
I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Misham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail.
Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know?
Hey, Drew Misham's contact with the outside world is empty. In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera.
Oh, you mean the killer?
The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Misham's and Vera's, basically.
Basically?
Actually, last night, Mr. Misham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently.
His first interview ever?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? Okay. Couldn't have been the reporter? Why are we thinking it's the daughter? Defendant. So this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Misham's daughter, right?
Yep, a real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura.
She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company.
Her good luck charm?
Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client?
Well, why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad?
Don't look at me. So about the poison. It was found to be in his coffee, right? No, not precisely.
Not precisely. What does that mean?
It means see for yourself, I think. Okay.
Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into this studio. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles.
And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview?
At around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill.
Huh. And died? Is that his hair? Hold on. Oh my god! I didn't notice at the picture, but like one half of his hair is like all the way out here and the other half is just smooth. Oh my god, he looks like a cockatoo. He has like a crest going on.
And died? She poisoned him on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporter see?
Got struck by lightning. On one half of his body?
He wasn't near Mr. Misham when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room.
Oh, there's a whole other half of the room? I didn't notice that.
Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice that he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact.
Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone's suspicious, it's the reporter.
Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that.
Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. He could have gotten close to the coffee cup. You know?
Forensic science.
Oh yeah, it looks like his hair is like half done or something. I don't know. Maybe? I bet Emma could help us out here.
Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo.
Huh? What are you two whispering about?
Well, I was thinking.
I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically?
Ah, you know me too well. Okay.
Okay, meaning we can get, scientific now?
Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out.
Okay. So probably the painting, but it looks like there's something I did not notice. There's a whole other half of the room! Oh yeah, look at his hair! Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Show me the photo. I want to look at that hair. So this is Drew Misham?
And this little girl must be Vera.
Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter.
Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking.
Uh-huh, right. I wanted like a zoom in, but that's okay. All we get. Welcome in, Arkham. Ready for Ace Attorney Forehead Edition. Fly the attorney directly to the forehead, yes. We are in the middle, not the middle, we've just started a new case. This is the last case of the game. And then after I finish this case, there's 2 more games in the trilogy, but I will probably be taking a break from Apollo Justice to play something else, either going back to Chronicles or maybe starting FF7? I don't know. I still gotta think about making a poll, but I won't be done with this case for a minute, so. This one's gonna be long. Something about the way that figure is posed.
I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See? You're making one of your flamboyant gestures.
Please, I'm a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? So it's like someone saying objection. Oh, there it is.
Ooh, cute. Look at the tiny frame, Apollo.
Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that?
None, apparently. It's empty.
There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting on the desk?
This is a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames.
I love tiny little, like, canvases and frames and stuff. So cute. Is this a journal? No, it's a diary.
Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he?
It's new. He didn't write a single line.
Ugh, you had me going for a while there.
Damn it!
Hey, Apollo, what's this feather thingy?
Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill?
But it doesn't have a pointy end.
That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk. Ah.
Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma.
Bold and scientific, that's my motto. Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? I think that's... Oh, we got something here. This envelope has been opened and resealed.
Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh?
Whoever did this wasn't so delicate.
You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? Postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago.
Whoa. Why would someone open a letter then seal it again? I'd better hang on to this. Okay. Found in the victim's desk drawer. Appears to have been opened once and resealed. Okay, that's gonna be important. What else we got?
Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got, like, 20 kinds of red. We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green?
That'll be enough of that, thanks. Red is his color, Chusy. So he doesn't look like Phoenix. Although I guess green could have worked.
What is all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really.
He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hadn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio.
Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin.
This is a crime scene, Chusy.
But these cost like 50 bucks at the magic shop.
She's just trying to save some money. Like a frog?
Is this desk for painting, Apollo?
That would be a drafting table.
Drafting?
Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams.
Wow, painting is harder than I thought.
Why would a painter need a drafting table? Is he an architect too? It kind of seemed like he dabbled in everything. Or maybe some of it was for the daughter? And some of it was his stuff? I don't know. Stealing mail is a federal offense, Apollo. The trial is actually going to be about him stealing mail. He's being tricked. Okay, we've seen everything. So now we need to, I think, present stuff to her that's suspicious. The first thing I thought of was the hidden painting. Emma, I was wondering about this painting here. Ah, that one? What about it? What about it?
Yeah, what about it, Apollo?
Take a closer look at it, both of you. Now, look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on.
Hey, they're the same.
I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Drew Misham was copying this painting.
Wow, it's pretty good.
Copying a painting? What for? Can we talk about it? No? Interesting. Well, let's show her this. About this. Oh, that. Yes! Why, that's a bright red envelope. She sure is jumpy.
Someone opened this, didn't they?
My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean, you know what's inside the envelope? Sure, I read it after all.
Ah, you mean you were the one who ripped this open?
Huh, please. I would have steamed it open. But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Can we look at it? Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side.
Weapon?
Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. Oh, like a X-ray, sorta? Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on.
You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors.
Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. I knew it was an X-ray. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? Sort of. Sort of, Trucy. Hey, Anna, welcome in. Howdy. How you doing? How's everyone's Friday going? I know I've been reading out a lot of dialogue, but I hope everyone's having a pleasant Friday. I know I asked this yesterday, but if you didn't tell me, what's everyone doing this weekend? I'm trying to think. I mean, not this weekend, but next week I'm not going to be streaming, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of, like, life stuff and just catching up on things, and it's going to be super boring, but but aside from that, I'm hoping to get more progress done on Tears of the Kingdom, play more of that with Ruuuvo. Being sick, are you still sick, Anna? I saw that you got COVID, right? How are you feeling? Are you alright? I totally forgot to ask how PAX was, but that really sucks that you got sick. This weekend, going to my grandparents for an Easter dinner. Oh, that sounds nice. What kind of food do y'all like to eat? What dishes will you have that I can then be jealous of? Internet's been fucky lately, a bit of pain, but I'll get myself a hot dog, so I'll be good. Hot dogs fix everything. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, and I'm so sorry. I might have already mentioned this, but me and Ruuuvo were super sick recently, like a month or two ago, I think 2 months ago, and I'm pretty sure it was COVID, so I know exactly what you're going through. It's awful, but, you know, take care of yourself and take it easy. Have as much food as you can, and, you know, even if it's applesauce and pudding, that's what I had to do. Yeah, I hope you get better soon. Ham and smoked turkey. Ooh, dang. That's a nice Easter dinner. Getting my dragon tattoo filled in. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. Or getting some of it filled in. Hopefully not too painful. Yeah. I hope that it is not painful, not too bad. I hope that Anna feels better. I hope that Zoe's internet gets better. And I hope you have a good dinner, Wolf. I hope the best for everyone. Whatever your situation is. I wish you all the best. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna do this weekend. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna work on editing and stuff, and playing video games with Ruuuvo. Maybe we'll go get some dinner. There's a pho place that we've been going to like every other week, and it's not too expensive either, so it's great. But it's been so great. Every time we go there, we try a new dish. So maybe we'll go there this weekend. I don't know. We get pho every time. What we do is Ruuuvo always gets pho every single time. And then I always try something new, and we share both. So like last time we went, I got, shoot, what's it called? I'm blanking on it. Damn. It's not banh mi. I've tried banh mi. I've tried something else, and then I tried... What is it, Ruuuvo? I'm just blanking. I can't remember the name. But it was really good. Pad Thai, thank you. God. I knew it started with a P, but I kept thinking of pancit, which is Filipino. Just the wrong thing. Ugh. Pad Thai. I had Pad Thai there, and it was delicious. It's probably the best Pad Thai I've ever had, so... Very glad we found this place. Found out today I'm going to be getting another engineer working on the project I've been working on for a couple months. Something I've been desperately needing. Oh, congratulations, PC Man. You're going to have some help? Thank goodness. Happy to hear it. I will feel better. It's getting better. Organize my Pokemon cards. You gotta pass the time somehow. You have to do something to not lose your mind when you're sick and can barely do anything. Still thinking about Crab Rangoon. Yeah, it's funny because I always hear about Crab Rangoon. Like, it's just one of those things people talk about all the time because it's so good. And I think when we tried it at this restaurant, it was the first time I've ever had it. And it was so good. I get it now. I get the hype. I get the Crab Rangoon hype. It was very good. I would have it again. We've tried dumplings. They got a bunch of stuff there. All delicious. All amazing. Yeah. I wish I still had my Pokemon cards. I think I collected them when I was really little, but I didn't like treat them well, so I probably lost them or they got damaged or something. I have a box full of cards, but they're all like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think I just didn't have very many Pokemon cards, but I wish I still had them. Crab Rangoons are incredible. I didn't know firsthand until very recently. Sad. Ooh, craving good general so's. Sadly, a dish that is más o menos when trying new places. Yeah, I feel like there's just some dishes. Like for me, that's pad thai. Especially Ruuuvo really likes pad thai, but I also like it. But a lot of places we've gone to and tried their pad thai just wasn't really that great. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm just not really a fan of pad thai because every time I would try it, I'd be like, it's all right, like it's good, but you know, I wouldn't order it for me. I would just kind of eat some off of Ruuvo's plate. But when we ordered it at this new place we found, oh my god, I could have eaten the whole thing. I could have eaten the whole plate. I really like pad thai, but it varies a lot. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Like every different place makes it differently, but this is like our new favorite restaurant to go to now, so it's nice. There's a place near where I used to live that made really good pad thai. Had an entire fried egg on it. Oh, I love that. I love any dish that just has a fried egg on it. I like eggs. I like them. That's why we got chickens. We like eggs so much. I really feel like pretty much any kind of dish can be turned into breakfast if you just put an egg on it. At least that happens in my house all the time. Like, we'll have some kind of, like, rice and meat dish for dinner, and then the next day we'll have the leftovers with just an egg on it, and it's instantly breakfast. Chili plus egg equal breakfast. I mean, I don't know. I could eat an egg with just avocado. That's basically what I had this morning. We had avocado toast with an egg on it. Very good. Do you like other kinds of eggs or just chicken? Yes. I don't buy quail eggs at, like, the store. But I do like to order stuff that has quail eggs, like at a restaurant. I've had quail eggs in like ramen before. I think in some like, you know, rice and meat dishes before. Yeah, I like quail eggs. Trying to think of other eggs. I don't think I've ever had a duck egg. And I think they are kind of different. So I don't know if I like them. I haven't tried them. I'd be open to it. What other eggs are there? I think those are really the major ones, is quail, duck, and chicken. Is there other ones? Oh, well, fish eggs too, of course. Yeah, I love topiko. I've always loved it. Even as a little kid, I would just like eat a spoonful of topiko. I loved it. Ostrich? Haven't tried that, I'm afraid. Hey Jake, welcome in. How's your Friday? Any weekend plans? That's what we're talking about right now. We're also talking about food. Very common topic here. A platypus egg. Yeah. Sure. It took me forever to learn that platypus had, like, venom on them. Like, you know, not last year, recent, but, like, I grew up for a while not realizing that they were, like, venomous and not safe to touch if you found one. Human egg! Okay, stop. I'ma stop you there! Gotta catch up with chat now. The biggest Mexican dish I find that varies a lot is mole. Sometimes it's turkey or chicken. The reason it varies is because there's like 100 different versions from Mexico. Ah. Yeah, and you know, it's tough because, like, I didn't grow up eating mole. Like, there were some dishes I grew up eating, but that was one of the ones that my family just never made. I think the first time I ever tried it, I was already, like, what, like 14 or something, and I visited a family member's house, and they made it, and I didn't really like it. But I was a little bit more picky as a kid, so I don't know. I'd be open to trying it if I went somewhere, or, you know, if family made it again. But I don't know if I've really had it since then. I haven't had it in a long time. I just assume I don't like it, because I didn't like it the first time I tried it, but I don't know. I sometimes just fry up 2 eggs and put it on a toasted bagel with a lot of butter. Yeah, that's breakfast. There you go. I love making like breakfast sandwiches, like with a bagel or with bread, just like cheese and egg and some kind of sauce. Yeah, it's good. I really like pad thai. Had it at a new place last week. Only issue was I was cautious on the spice level, so it was milder than I usually like. It's funny because when I tried the pad thai, I got the lowest level because I was also cautious, and it was still spicy. But I will say, after I got sick, I feel like my spice tolerance completely reset to the point where like a jalapeno was kind of killing me again, which is sad. So I think that's why. I think usually I'd be fine with the level of spice. It was like a 1 on a scale of like 1 to 5. So I just need to work on that. I need to get my tolerance back up for spicy stuff. I think of mole as the curry of Mexico. I guess so, yeah. Varies so much. Or of Latin America, yeah. Recently had mole enchiladas, and when I tell you I transcended, oh, I should really give it another chance. I think so. I mean, it's one of those quintessential dishes, you know? And I've just like kind of ignored it because I think I don't like it, but I'm a lot older now. I should try it again. I've got family coming over for Easter on Sunday, but otherwise just gonna be playing a bunch more Rebirth. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, video games. Well, I hope you all have wonderful weekends. Whether or not you celebrate. Okay, Tracy. Not Tracy, Trucy. I keep wanting to call her Tracy. I'm sorry. X-ray? Like the x-rays at the dentist? That's right. At least, that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization. Spectralization. Something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things like envelopes. That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that in practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Oh? Oh? What are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and I might all fall out. And I wouldn't need an x-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. I think it is interesting how they have a bunch of like forensics as mechanics in this game. You set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience. There's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn the dial there with R for me, would you? I'm not doing that. That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something. See? That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on the layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing? Like going over the image with L while holding A? Oh, now I'm in it! Whee! There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now, turn the dial again just a little. Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing. Exactly. Not bad. Neat. Let's do some more. I do see something happening. Whee! Oh, Try again. I don't think there's gonna be more than that. Is there more? No. Oh. This one's fun. Okay, let's print this one out. Number 16. Try again.
Does this mean I have to buy another one to win?
Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one.
It's okay. There's no need. But see, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we?
Alright. I watch Hot Ones occasionally. Oh, me too. And I couldn't imagine going even close to that level of spice. I don't even do mild buffalo sauce on wings, so I'm baby when it comes to spice. Yeah, see, before I got sick recently, I was absolutely fine with, like, mild buffalo. Like, I would not even tell that it was spicy. I could pretty much eat a jalapeno and not feel anything, especially, like, a pickled jalapeno. A fresh one, yeah, a little bit. But now they, like, kill me. What else? Anyway, yeah, when I watched that show, even before this, I would not be able to get to, like, halfway through. I could not. I like when food has a bit of a spice to it, a bit of a kick. I do think it adds something to it, especially for particular dishes. I really want that to have something more to it. But I'm not super adventurous when it comes to spicy stuff. I'm not one of those, like, thrill seekers when it comes to spice. I'm very much more so like, oh, I just want the spice to kind of enhance the food. I don't want it to take over and ruin the whole dish for me because I'm, like, barely able to handle it, you know? So I would never try ghost pepper stuff. I would never do a Hot Ones challenge at home or anything. It's not for me, but I do like watching videos of it. I like to watch Hot Ones all the time, especially if it's a actor or actress that I really like, or, you know, a singer, whatever, celebrity. They're very fun to watch everyone's reactions, you know. I'm trying to think of what was my favorite Hot Ones episode, like what person. I know Pedro Pascal went on there. That one was pretty good. My God. Who was on there that I really liked watching? Ruuuvo, do you remember? I'm just blanking today. Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, I saw the one with Gordon Ramsay. That one was pretty good. I guess my favorite is Pedro Pascal. I can't think of anybody else. Worst spice I've had was a wing meal called Ghost, and I could feel the heat in my stomach. Yeah, closest I felt to dying, dear God. Oh, Paul Rudd. I don't know if I watched the one with Paul Rudd. Ghost peppers. Oh, God, yeah. Spiciest thing I've ever had was at a Chinese hot pot place. It was the best hot pot I've had in my life, but I was legit not okay from the spicy. And that was recently, yeah. Yeah, when me and Ruuuvo visited my friend, we went to a hot pot place, and they had a spicy side and a not spicy side. I stayed in my lane, and I ate just from the not spicy side. But my friend and Ruuuvo ate from the spicy side, and Ruuuvo was dying. Ruuuvo was dying. Like, have you ever had something so spicy that you start to get loopy? That's what happened. And it's really crazy how that does happen. You can have something so spicy that you'll kind of, like, be a little out of it. And it's almost like being drunk, but you're not, you know? Yeah, and Ruuuvo's not a baby when it comes to spiciness. Ruuuvo's better at it than me. But... oh my gosh. I gotta watch the one with Paul Rudd. Idris Elba was pretty good too. I think I watched that one. Is that the one where the meme came out who was like the coughing? Where he was like, what the fuck? Was that him? I think so. Am I wrong? Hold on, I gotta write down. Paul Rudd. And I think I've watched the one with Elba, but I'm not sure if I watched it all the way through. I just remember the clip. Hot Ones. But I know I've seen the Gordon Ramsay one. I can't think of one, that's okay. Hot Ones always reminds me of seeing Steve-O pour hot sauce in his eyes. What? Excuse me? What? Not a fan of the taste of buffalo sauce. Okay. I get it. You know, I will say, I don't like buffalo sauce on anything else. Like, there's buffalo pizza. I'm sorry if you like that. I can't. I can't do it. I've tried it and I was like, Or like sandwich or burger. No. I only like it on wings and that's it. Worst spicy I had was a Korean spicy ramen I got from a 99 Ranch Asian store. Almost started crying because it was burning my mouth for so long. Oh no. Yeah, Korean spice is very intense. Very intense, yeah. And it's interesting how, like, that differs culture to culture, because, like, Mexican food is known for being spicy. Korean food is known for being spicy. I feel like Korean spice is worse, personally. Just on average. Like, worse as in more intense. I don't know. But I've also had some really spicy Mexican food, too, so... You know, it's funny that you mentioned that. We actually had, spicy Korean ramen today for dinner. And Ruuuvo was fine. And I was, like, the second I, like, sipped the broth, I was, like, coughing. It was fine. I was still able to eat it. I just couldn't drink the broth, but... And Ruuuvo was like, oh, it's fine. What do you mean? I was like dying. Oh. Funniest thing to me was when the server came up and asked how how we were doing after eating the ghost wings. And I turned them face full of tears and sweat. I'm okay. They probably see it a lot. Oh, vinegary, really? I never really thought of buffalo sauce as having a vinegar flavor. But I also like vinegar flavor, too. And you're hypersensitive to it. That makes sense, then. Steve-O's done it before, but he did it on Hot Ones with the top hot sauce. You're joking. What the heck? How are his eyes okay? Like, you can't do that! That's so bad. Had a mango habanero pizza. Pretty fire. Pretty fire as in good or spicy? Yeah, me and Ruuuvo love vinegar stuff. Like vinegar chips, stuff like that. Or just soy sauce and vinegar will be like a dipping sauce for dumplings. Yeah. I've had the budak spicy ramen and it tastes so good. Hurts so much. That's the thing is like sometimes it's really spicy but it tastes so good. So you just suffer for the flavor. Okay, we gotta go down this way. It's interesting how you gotta go layer by layer. I see money on there. That should be it, yeah. Okay, let's print this one out. Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Wow. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account? His paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Care to take a look? You bet I do. If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. Here goes with the second page, then. Okay. One more. There. Okay. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. Why all the secrecy, though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him. Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. It's like she's keeping mum about it. Okay. Updated. Found in the victim's desk. Contains 2 sheets of writing paper. That's it. That's all you're gonna say? So, we have to click on it to see what it says. Okay. Yeah, let's actually look at all the evidence, shall we? I see that mark on it. Hold on. Let's start from the beginning. I haven't looked at any of this stuff. In this episode of Ace Attorney, Apollo commits a federal crime. Yep. Now Apollo's gonna need a defense attorney. Oh, Phoenix! Phoenix! Time to be a lawyer again. Okay. Oh my god. Hey, Flame, welcome. What an entrance! Let's see. Ticket to the premiere showing of A Grand Illusion by Valent Graham. $70.
Are you ready, Apollo?
Ready? For what?
For what? For the true Graham Grand Magic Show.
It's not like I'm getting up on stage or anything.
What are you talking about, Apollo? You can't enjoy magic if you're not part of what's going on up on the stage. I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one.
Huh? You mean I can't go in this?
No.
Doesn't get more straightforward than that. Envelope from Mr. Wright. Do not open. Time is right. I like how it rhymes. Yeah, welcome in, Flame. Any plans for the weekend? How's your Friday? Got an autograph? Oh, looky here. Handwritten signature. It says... I can't read it.
That seems odd to me. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it?
Isn't it enough if you can read your own?
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
Most signatures aren't legible. Just scribbles. Okay.
What a pretty business card. Looks like a postcard almost.
And on the back, just her name.
That seems odd to me.
What does?
Why write your name on the front and back of the card? Why not use the space on the back for a self-portrait or a caricature? Then people would remember what you look like, too.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Here, give me one of your cards, Apollo.
Drawing something. Hey, my hair's not that spiky. Apollo, you're spending 5 years in the slammer minimum. Yeah, the second game takes place 5 years later when he gets out of prison, and he leaves the Yakuza. Nothing much. Getting close to graduation soon. Oh, an early congratulations to you then. Oh my gosh. That's so wild. I think you've been watching me so long that when you first started hanging out, you hadn't even gotten into the school you're in now, right? Like you started and are finishing in the time that you've been hanging out here. So wild. Means I gotta start cracking the books for the license of the GAMP. Oh my god. I wish you the best of luck. I hope it goes great. I hope you have a good graduation and the remainder of your time goes well. He gets out of prison and Chusi's turned to evil, and then they duke it out in the top of a tower and then it blows up. These are all very original ideas coming from me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember talking about orientation during the Dead Space stream. Oh my god. So long ago. That's so wild. Hey friend, welcome in. How you doing? How's your Friday? Any weekend plans? I'm asking literally every single person who pops into chat if they have any plans for the weekend. I haven't streamed on a Friday in like 2 or 3 weeks, so I have to make the most of it, you know? Alright. Let's see. We're looking at the portrait next. I'm looking at all the evidence right now. This one looks like a butt. No clues? It lets me look here. Well, what do we have here? Looks like a person thinking about something.
Maybe they're worried?
Like, what should I have for supper? A hot dog or a hamburger?
You know, I've always wondered about that. Why is there supper and dinner? Are they different meals or the same thing?
Maybe that's what this person's thinking about. Okay. I like this one. Is that a pufferfish?
Apollo, that's clearly a porcupine fish.
They're not the same thing?
You know what gets me? They've got all these needles, right? But what's protecting that soft spot on the lower belly there? Nothing.
Must remember to keep Trucy away from small, round fish. She would never hurt a fish.
Apollo, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch.
Oh, looks like it was only half completed.
Huh? That's funny. Do the rough sketch and the finished painting look totally different to you, too?
They do, actually. What's that all about? Yeah, we gotta figure that out at some point. Back, okay. Weekend plans, pull up weeds, and work on Marwin. Sounds good. These are supposed to be today's plans, but I was too sleepy. I get it. We've gotta cut our grass, too. It's finally nice weather again. You know, summer is coming. So now all of the weeds are growing, and all the grass is growing, and all the bugs are coming out. I do enjoy the warmer weather, but I hate what comes along with it, which is the bugs. As long as we're talking about our backlogs, I'm thinking about going back to Trails in the Sky SC. Those games are a commitment and a half. Trails in the Sky. I don't know if I know that. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hi. I have not seen this before. Oh, is it like an RPG? Looks like an RPG. Oh, SC is second chapter, FC is the first game, so first chapter. Interesting. So each game is a chapter. I see. I don't even want to talk about my backlog. I should honestly make a list of all the games that I've wanted to play and just count how many games are on there. And not necessarily all of them are ones I want to stream, but I just don't have a lot of time to play games. Like, I'm only playing 1 or 2 games outside of streaming right now. And really, it's just Zelda. So the game series is basically like one giant story. Ah, there's like 10 plus games and they all take place in the same world. Oh, okay. Interesting. I like the art style. Let's look at this plum.
Hey, Apollo, this painting, I know it.
Oh, really?
It's that story where the old woman is doing the wash in the river, and this giant peach comes floating on down. That might possibly be the strangest thing I've ever heard.
But is it a peach? I think it's a plum. See, it kind of has his name on it. Okay, there's a mark here.
Hey, look there. That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about.
Blue Mountain? Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this stain is probably... Better ask Emma. Okay, so we'll show this to her. And then we can look at this. There is nothing to do. Okay. And then I don't think... Yeah, that's just that. Alright, so let's show it to her. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim.
Huh? That! Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain.
Pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma.
Ah, right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray. Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma.
It's not a hobby.
So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to?
The spray, that's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug?
That's right. See?
It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself.
Wow, science is amazing.
It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us out a bit more.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere.
It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis.
I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for atroquinine. I think we've heard that before in the games. Atroquinine. The deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh. I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most oh my god, this word. Virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown...
That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details.
I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please? You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Hey, let's give it a whirl, Apollo.
Ah! What are you doing?
I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you.
How is this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous.
Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand.
Let's just get down to checking for real poison, shall we? Oh, Jolene, is that you? Wait, her lips are green. I'm a fake fan. There might be an alt color where her lips are blue. I don't know. That's the thing with JoJo, is like there's a canonical color for like the outfits and makeup, but there's also so many other alternative colors that they'll put in, like, I don't know, different splash art or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, figures and stuff. That really anything is possible. That actually reminds me of something. This reminds me of a tangent I can go on. I remember when I cosplayed Dio, I posted a picture of me cosplaying him on like Instagram, and I remember I got basically a hate comment from someone, you know, calling me dumb for having the wrong lipstick color. They were saying that his lips are supposed to be green, so I was supposed to have green lipstick. I wear black lipstick when I'm Dio. And I'm just sitting there like, you're upset about the color of my lipstick? It's Dio Brando. He has like all kinds of colors of lipstick in different like versions of the manga and stuff. And in the manga, it is black. Even in the colorized version of the manga, his lipstick is black. It's not green. In the anime, they made it green. But it's like, even if it was not black in the source material, who gives a shit? You know? Like, of all the things to criticize about my costume, they couldn't think of anything else, I guess. They couldn't think of anything else. Dear God. That's a cool story, commenter. Unfortunately, I am in your walls. But it's just like so silly. Like, why do people say these things? I don't understand. Like, if I see something I don't like, or see, I don't know, a post that I don't agree with, you know what I do? I block and or mute and or ignore it and move along with my day, you know? Unfortunately, commenter, I'm right behind you. Dio is right behind you. And he's not happy. But I just thought it was funny because the fact that they didn't realize that his lipstick is actually a black lipstick in some kinds of the, like in the manga, I was like, if anything, this person's the fake fan, not me, you know? Dear sir or madam, get some real problems, right? Like, of all the things to be upset about, I love that you can actually jerk. Yeah, exactly. That's the hilarious part about it. Like, I wasn't even mad. I just thought it was hilarious because I was like, you're trying to actually me when you're wrong. Like, at least be correct. If you're gonna hate on me, at least be correct, you know? Come on. Oh, man. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, all of the JoJo characters have such, like, fun, bright outfits. And the colors of the outfits change all the time. There'll be several versions of it. So the same with Jolene. There might be a version where her lips are blue. I don't remember. But there's lots of different versions, so, you know. Honestly, when I think of JoJo cosplay, I think it's so fun because you can basically do whatever color combination you want. There's gonna be the, like, quintessential canonical one of, like, oh, you know, Jolene from the anime or so-and-so from the manga. There's gonna be those, but you could really do whatever colors you want, and it would still look like the character because of the outfit, you know what I mean? So that's the fun part about it, which is why it's very, very silly to me for people to be particular about how your costume looks, because there's all kinds of... I have like 3 figures of Dio that all have different colors. Like, he has the black and red and purple outfit. He has the yellow, green outfit. He has an orange and red outfit. Like, there's so many different kinds, and that's the case for all the characters, so... It's like... Come on. Come on! It's like one of the most creative, anime, because there's just so many different versions of everything, you know? That's why I like it. I used to take the time to, like, try to correct people if they were having, like, an unfortunate opinion, but I just don't have the energy anymore, you know what I mean? Like, of course, if someone pops into chat, there's, like, a potential for me to try to educate someone, and I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to trying to educate someone when they are open to changing their mind. That's the thing. I've learned that if someone is really closed-minded, there's not really much point in trying to change it. Of course, that is very situational. If you have a close friend or family, sometimes it's worth the effort to try and change their mind about things, stuff like that. But like when it's a stranger on the internet that is just like hating to be hateful, there's no point in arguing with that person. It's just gonna make you anxious and stressed out and upset. I'd rather block them and have a better day, you know? And leave them to be mad about being blocked, so. Yeah. You gotta choose your battles. Yeah, the characters tend to change their outfits a lot. Yeah, exactly. I have so many stories about stuff like that, though. I mean, putting yourself out there on the internet, you see so much shit. When you've been on the internet as long as I have, you see so much stuff. I try to just protect my peace nowadays. I'm all about that. Okay. Speaking of protecting my peace, let's have fun playing Ace Attorney. So apparently I can just spray this wherever. Okay. Where am I supposed to be seeing this? I sprayed it on the mug and I didn't see anything. Is it telling me to go to the other side? No. Okay. Pushes up glasses. I've been on the internet since before search engines. Dang. But I guess what I mean specifically is, like, not just using the internet, but, like, being a presence on the internet. Like, I've been posting, like, videos and stuff like that for a while. So I've gotten all kinds of comments from people, you know? But yes, just being on the internet, you see a lot of stuff, too. Okay, what the heck? What am I supposed to be seeing here? Weird. Maybe on the paints over here? Oh yeah, maybe over here? No? Here? What the heck? And it's not the cup or the mug. Oh, okay, so maybe I'm not supposed to find anything. Too bad. No reaction there. I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Let's check it out just to be sure. Oh, okay, they're giving me a little hint there. But I had to zoom in. So I don't think I could have figured it out unless I stopped. Oh, the little one? Oh. Weird.
Ah! A reaction, Apollo.
Ah! Where? Where? She didn't find that?
The inside of that cute little frame. Look.
Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy.
I'm known to work magic.
Never mind that I was the one who found it. Frame measuring 2 inches by 2 inches bears traces of a deadly poison. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? It looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. So Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the crime?
I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear.
I thought so. I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Brushel? Spark Brushel? I feel like Brushel is supposed to be like a paintbrush, you know?
Brushel.
He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you?
Really strange.
It does raise a few questions, and I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could.
Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too.
He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person.
It wasn't Valent Gramarye by any chance, was it?
Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valent Gramarye. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought.
Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want.
Okay, we got his card. This business card reads Spark Brushel, freelance journalist. Okay. Oh no, we're not doing that. Let me look at it. Let me see both of these. Weird, it's just like smeared on there. Whoops. Looks like you have to take this back part off first to put a photo inside.
It'd have to be a really small photo to fit in there.
True. And that pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison on something like this?
Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put poison in the coffee rubbed a bit on here too.
It's not very obvious, Trucy. Okay.
I guess you gotta have a good business card if you work freelance.
Really? What's this? Camera lens finder?
Do reporters take photos too?
I guess if he's freelance, he'd have to.
Maybe you should try being a prosecutor and a defense attorney. You would always win.
Why don't I become a rock star too while I'm at it? Oh, top dollar for information. This is a weird cartoon. Okay. I guess let's get out of here. Go to the Coliseum now.
When I grow up, I want to be a content creator.
Oh god. I mean, nowadays, some kids do feel that way. Content creating wasn't a thing when I was a kid. That's a very, very modern, recent thing, you know? I've always liked making videos, though. Like, I've always liked making funny skits and stuff like that, and it just kind of turned into this. Cosplay videos and things. Remember when people used to upload full movies on YouTube and parts? I know. There would be anime on there. I think that's how I watched Lucky Star. It was on YouTube. Probably Oron too, like a bunch of anime. And then they started cracking down on that. And now you have to pay to watch anime on Crunchyroll. Oh yeah, I remember when people uploaded anime in parts. That's how I watched Tokyo Ghoul, yep. It was so annoying though when like one of the parts would be taken down and the rest were still up, so you would just miss a chunk of the show. I watched everything. Shows, movies, anime, yep. Oh, quesadillas are so good though. I would say I like quesadillas more than hot dogs, honestly. I think that's a superior snack. in my humble opinion. October 7, Sunshine Coliseum.
Woohoo! This is it, Apollo. The place where magic and dreams converge.
Just a while ago, it was the place where murder and nightmares converged.
Let's go say hi to Uncle Valent.
What about the case? Wah!
Only a performer laughs like that.
The young Miss Trucy. How often I hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream.
Teehee, Uncle Valent, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too.
Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you.
Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show.
Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will watch in wonderment as Magnifi's illusions are reborn, here on stage by my hand.
Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Gramarye Miracle is back after a 7-year absence?
Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor should have been his.
Daddy.
My co-magician in training, Zach Gramarye, if that terrible thing hadn't...
It's okay.
Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valent Gramarye, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant.
Thanks, Uncle Valent. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. I think we get to see the great Magnifi's illusions again.
She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Gramarye, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations.
I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound.
I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramarye Troupe's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses, how can I help you? The world was waiting. Why did you hold off for 7 long years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land. I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifi's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years. That phrase sure likes to pop up, doesn't it?
Why was that?
A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy.
Can you tell us about these performance rights?
Magnifi's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnifi knew this and bequeathed it in his will to one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramarye was the inheritor of the Gramarye Miracle.
Daddy.
Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled-up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years.
Oh.
Yes, Miss Trucy, though it pains me to say it. This past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased, in the absence of a formal will. The secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifi passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself.
Is that how it works, Apollo?
Yeah. It's called death in absentia. He's declared missing permanently.
Daddy.
Do I want to show him anything? Maybe? ha ha! A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well. Give it to me. No thanks. Are all magicians like this?
Hello? What was that look just now?
I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Aha! Why, that there's the Gramarye seal.
Uncle Valent? Is something wrong?
Trucy, where did you get this? I think he's suspicious.
Huh? Daddy gave it to me.
Your daddy? My partner, Zach?
No. My other daddy, Phoenix Wright.
Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy? Lord Daddy? Hey, baby girl, you can call me Lord Daddy. Lord Daddy? Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. New nickname. This is getting weirder and weirder. Lord Daddy? What the hell's a Lord Daddy? I'm writing this down. Lord Daddy. Can we put that in the name generator? Lord Daddy. Hey, Lex, welcome in. What an interesting moment for you to join us. Lord Daddy and Sugar Peasant? Lord Daddy and Lady Mommy. Welcome to the Lord Daddy stream. Oh my god. Sugar Peasant. Sugar Jester. Oh. Dear God. Arsène Lupin. Oh. My god. Sugar Jester. Stretching the whole archaic thing. This signature upon the back. Do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Gramarye.
What? Daddy signed this?
Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Ugh. He's mad because he's not a Lord Daddy. What's in this envelope, I wonder? I'm suspicious. I've been suspicious of Gramarye since I first saw him. I don't trust magicians. Oh yeah, we should add Lady Mommy too. Gonna load up my Baldur's Gate 3 file to see my Lord Daddy. Wow. Wow. Ruuvo's talking about Astarion, if that's not obvious. Yeah, he's got some red flags. Graham's got some red flags. What else could I show him that matters? I don't think anything. Oh, but that's it. Huh. Maybe I should show him something else? Lord Daddy Astarion. What do you mean? I'm talking about Karlach. No, she's my Lord Daddy. Get your own. Oh, I don't know what else to show him. I don't think anything else is relevant for him. I could look around. I don't know if it matters. His name is Valid Grammar. And what about Zach? Whack Grammar? I love it when you call me Lord Daddy. I'm using Lord Daddy with the tier list I'm doing of characters I thirst after. Thank you, Apollo Justice. Zaddy Grammar? I almost forgot about the word Zaddy. I haven't heard the word Zaddy in like, since, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. I have not heard it. I have not heard it. Zaddy. Oh, you know who I remember everyone calling a zaddy? Zhao from Y7. I still don't know what it means. Okay, I don't have an exact definition for you. But it's like daddy, but even more of like a hot person, you know? Maybe like, I don't know. Zach is what happens when my zaddy is whack. You know, okay, we're just gonna look it up. We're gonna look it up. Because, you know, I'm not even 100% sure on what it actually is the difference between that and daddy. Okay, yeah, it's just an attractive guy, especially an older one, who's fashionable or charismatic. Whereas, you know, daddy's more general. So zaddy is just like a really hot person. Yeah. It's like if there's a tier, daddy's here and zaddy's up here. Oh, I'm gonna start calling Kitty zaddy. Oh my lord. A subtle but important difference. Zaddies have the wrist, and they're not sus. And that's no cap. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm unfollowing. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Lord Zenta, cease. Stop. No. Zaddy's synonymous with what's called a Rizzler. I hate Rizzler. I hate it so much. Oh god. Like, is it ever meant to be serious? Is Rizzler just a joke? Please say yes. I think it's just a joke word, right? Like, it's never actually used serious. Like, ooh, he's the Rizzler. Right? Like, it's not real. It's not real. It can't hurt me. Skibidi, please stop. Oh, God. I hate it, too. It's such a nonsense word. I mean, it just sounds... You know what I think of every time I hear Rizzler? The onceler. That's what I think of. So, how serious am I meant to take this word, you know? It makes me think of the onceler, because it sounds the same. Come on. I think of the Riddler. Oh, okay. Jump scare. Yeah! Jump scare! The onceler has a negative Riz. He may be a onceler, but he's not a Rizzler. Okay. Oh. The highest tier baddie, Zaddy, saved for villain Zaddy. My brain hurts. Lord Zaddy. So funny. The Zaddy of Zochiba. Oh my god. Why was Tumblr obsessed with him? What a weird phenomenon. I don't know. I mean, Tumblr Sexy Man is its own phenomenon. There's so many different characters that would be considered a Tumblr Sexy Man. That's not just the onceler. I can't think of all of them. There's a bunch of them. We're having a Jorts moment, aren't we? We might be. We have a lot of those. A lot of those here. Sans was another one. Yeah. And he's a skeleton, so... You know what? Some of the Tumblr Sexy Man, not all of them, because I'll get to that in a second. Some of them are like, hear me out. You know what I mean? They're like the, hear me out on this one. Have y'all seen that trend where people say, hear me out, and it's a character they're attracted to, but it's some of the most, like, weirdest out there stuff, like an inanimate object character from a show, you know, like stuff like that. Oh, like the door from this one cartoon, you know, stuff like that. It's supposed to be really out there, not just like, I would not say the onceler is that, because the onceler is just like a normal dude, you know? It has to be something really weird. I just wanted to make sure y'all don't think I'm one of those people where the hear me out is just a normal person. No, you can't do that. It's not weird enough. I've seen Hopper from A Bug's Life as a hear me out. Compared to some of the other stuff I've seen, I would say that's not that bad, to be completely honest. Because, oh, what was one that I saw that made sense? I don't know. I don't remember that character. Wait, is it the one I'm thinking of? I gotta look it up. I did not think of that at all. Wolf just said, hear me out, Charlie from Ace Attorney. The plant! That is a good hear me out, though. Like, that's the level of weird it has to be. The plant. No, see, Scarecrow with the mask on. I still feel like that's not quite weird enough. I'm gonna be honest. There's some weird stuff people have said. There's some really, like, if they are, like, remotely human, it's really not weird enough. That's what I mean. Like, it has to be really weird. Hear me out, the Kappa from Yakuza 4. I would say that would count. Yeah. Beat that? Okay, I can beat that because this is not one of mine. I have not listed any of mine today, okay? I don't know if I will. But I saw one that was the monster from the movie. Oh my god, what was it? Shit, that's the worst one I've seen so far. I would say that one is a good hear me out because it's a monster. Shoot. What was that movie? I can't even think. Hold on. I might have remembered it. It was the monster from The Ritual. It's a movie. And it's like a evil deity. Like it's, yeah. Someone's was that. Like that's the level of weird I'm expecting when people say the hear me out thing. Hear me out, Mr. Krabs. I want to say that should count. Hear me out, Lightning McQueen. Oh my god. I don't know. It was not Cloverfield, but the monster from Cloverfield would be a good one to say because it's supposed to be that weird. Hear me out, Yappy from Y7. Oh. Oh yeah, someone says the hear me out, but it's the most stereotypical person who's hot. Right? It's like, that's not a hear me out. Hear me out implies like, hey, you're not gonna believe this, but please just hear me out. It implies that it's gonna be something unbelievable. Just a normal guy is not enough. It's not enough. Give me your worst hear me out, JK. Yeah, we're just brainstorming here. No one has to admit anything. You don't have to admit anything. So is Bill Cipher, or Literal Triangle. Yeah, so that's when we were talking about the Tumblr sexy men, yeah. Bill Cipher was one, Onceler was one. Sans was one. It's just a phenomenon, I don't know. People just get, like, really attached to this one character. A lot of people think that they're attractive, you know. Yeah. Is edgy Zaddy? Oh, Edgeworth? I would say people would call him Zaddy. Yeah, he's fashionable and people like him. I think so. As someone who used to be part of Tumblr, I don't know, right? Like, it's just, I was on Tumblr too. I can't really explain it. It's just like, there'll be this one character from a popular movie or a game or media, and then like everyone will latch onto that, you know? Not that they're doing because of a trend, it's just like, it just, you know, becomes really popular. Real question is Hobo Nick Zaddy? I mean, if fashionable is part of it, which it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement. It says someone who's like really attractive or fashionable, right? So he probably could be, but I would definitely say he's not fashionable. Zero Riz, whack vibes. I was just seeing if I missed anything. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I've seen multiple people thirst after Lightning McQueen, so this is nothing new to me. Right, that's what I mean. Like, he is like a car, but... And then same with the grasshopper. He's a grasshopper, but it's not that unpopular. So, hear me out, Mr. Mime. Oh, God. Oh. Hear me out, the crabs from the crab song? The do. No, that's the wrong song. No, yeah, the one where they're all dancing on the beach. No. Oh. The monster from the movie. Oh, no. You're not about to talk about the rest. Well, that is the weirdest one I have seen so far. That's the one, to me, that's a quintessential hear me out, because that is, like, really out there, you know? Would this emote be a sufficiently weird hear me out? Sure. The teacher from Little Nightmares 2. Oh! That's the hear me out, yeah. Oh. Oh, yes. From... Oh my god. From Mob. Yeah. He's also a sex man. Yes. And that he would not be a hear me out, though. That's what I mean. There's a difference between a hear me out and just a Tumblr sexy man. Like, you know. I feel like some of them could be a hear me out, but anyway. We got a little carried away with this conversation. I gotta go take a quick break. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. And when I return, I gotta figure out what we gotta do. I gotta figure out how to progress. But anyway, I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Feel free to grab a snack or a drink. I will BRB. Alright. We are back to more Ace Attorney and cursed conversations, as usual. While I was on the break, Ruuuvo says, hear me out. Clematis clouds. If you don't know what those are, you can Google it. That would make sense. Hear me out, Bishi's BRB screen. Oh. To be fair, there's some fan art of Kiryu on the screen, so... Oh. Speaking of fan art, it should be all updated. All of the recent fan art has been added. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. People thirsting after the cars from Cars. Lord Zaddy's in a game about a teenage detective. All those jorts moments will be lost in time like tears in the rain. Oh yeah, there's so many different types of cloud formations. It's actually very interesting. The Mamatis ones are very interesting. The most interesting... Oh dear god. Oh, is it Blade Runner? Oh, I knew it was a reference to something. I've never seen Blade Runner. I've heard of it. Haven't watched it. I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Maybe I can show him something. What if I showed him this? Presenting, are we? I did my fair share of that back in the day. Showed my attorney's badge a lot, too.
He may look cool and calm now, but you should have seen him before.
You know me too well, Juicy. Glad I provided this opportunity for a little family bonding. Except he doesn't think anything. What happens if I show him the badge? Just the same thing. Okay. Any of the stuff? No? No. Maybe I'm not supposed to talk to him. Just kind of left off. Maybe here? Okay, this is new. October 7, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Ah, you're here to see Vera Misham? Yes, that's right. She's in the medical office at the moment.
Medical office? Is she okay?
She's just lying down. Said she didn't feel so good. I'm sorry, but I can't allow any meetings at the moment. Most annoying client ever.
Guess we should come back.
Never mind. Eh? Is there anything I missed here? I think the last thing we decided was to move on and go to the stadium. I was wondering if you could take a look at this.
I'm a detective. A detective! You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused in your inquiries. Scientific, even.
Somehow I knew we should get around to science. Okay.
But we just did the X-ray detection thing.
Oh, right. Sorry. That's it.
Are we going to test for poison again?
Why not? Just to be sure.
But you found your clue already. Isn't that enough? This stuff isn't cheap, you know. I bet she doesn't have a lot of spending money.
Bet she spends it all on snackoos. Okay, I don't think there's anything to really talk about with her. Yeah. Okay. I think that we need to go back to the guy. There must be something else to say. There must be something else. Well, let's examine the background. We haven't really done that yet.
Look, Apollo, a balloon. A hot air balloon.
With the Gramarye seal on it, no less. Well, this is a long-awaited revival, after all. And it's been 7 years, you know. I've spent plenty of time and a pretty penny on promotion.
I hope it's a huge success, Uncle Valet.
Oh, I intend for it to be nothing less, I assure you. They both sure seem excited about it. I guess it's a big deal for magicians. Okay. And here's the blue badger! Hey, that creature there. He was handing out balloons during our last case, too.
He's not a creature, Apollo. Poor guy.
Oh, sorry. Was I mean somehow?
You know how hot it is inside one of those suits? He's stuck in there with only the smell of his own sweat to keep him company. On the verge of passing out, he hands out each balloon as though it were his last.
That takes the fun out of seeing the blue badger. Poor guy. He just this and that's it? They've changed the sign since our last case.
It was all Gaviner's back then, wasn't it?
I hope nothing bizarre and mysterious happens this time. But it shall! Why, the show itself will be bizarre and mysterious, I assure you. I don't have a problem with mystery as long as it's legal.
I don't think lawyers and magicians were really meant to have conversations like this.
Feels unnatural. You know, I thought this at the time of the Gaviners concert too, but this Coliseum is just way too big. It's huge.
It's got a big-sounding name, too. Sunshine Coliseum, was it?
Ah, ha 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 ha! Would you like to hear what the grand finale of the show in 3 days will be?
What? Really? Yeah.
The grand finale will be nothing other than... Don't tell me. You're going to make the Coliseum disappear, right? Ah! Oh. Oops. Looks like I was right.
Hello! I can't believe you'd use your power of perception on something like this.
Just a wild guess, really. Wow. That's it. Okay. Oh, absolutely, that was my sound effect, yes. Chat doesn't have the Vine Boom. That one's just for me. Some sound effects are just for me. Well, we've said everything we can. I have to present something to him. That must be it. He just wasn't reacting to anything I showed him. No. I don't think he's gonna react to anything. Wait, what? Oh, wait. No, that's the same. You got that one. Can we talk to the journalist? Is there nowhere else I can go? I thought I could talk to the journalist. And then we've already talked to him so much, I'm not gonna find anything in the history. I'm stuck. I'm not quite sure how to progress now. I think I've looked everywhere. I don't think there's anything for me to show to him. I really thought I could go, like, into the Coliseum or something. I could... Maybe I could show Phoenix the, journalist stuff? No. Okay. Weird. No. What do I do? Did I miss something? I was talking to Emma, and then I think she told me to go talk to... Let's see. What was the last thing I showed her? I mean, it's not gonna repeat what she said is the thing. I'm pretty sure she told me to go to the Coliseum. She did give me this. Am I missing something? Do I need to look at, like, the address? I already looked at it. I might need a hint from chat, if y'all don't mind. I just don't know what I missed. I'm gonna go talk to Gramarye, and I showed him, this. I showed him the envelope, and then he freaked out. And I tried to show him other stuff, and he didn't have any kind of reaction, so I'm like... Okay, what am I supposed to do? I tried to go talk to the, not the victim, the, defendant, and she was gone. So that tells me I'm not ready to talk to her yet. What the heck? There has to be something with Gramarye, because that's the last person I talked to, and it didn't really give me an obvious, like, here's your next destination, you know? And there's nowhere else to go than, like, the 4 places I've been to so far. We talked about the 7 years. Is there anything interesting that he said during this? So intellectual property. Oh my god. That's my brain right now. I can't figure out what's going on. April. They're dead. That was it, okay. And then I showed him this, I showed him this, and then none of this is gonna matter to him. The journalist? Oh my god, I didn't show him the journalist? Okay, I think I got it, I'm sorry. So, our journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper.
His name was Rushel.
Rushel.
I think he remembers him.
Doesn't look too happy about it. Rushel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles. Smiles. Yes.
Could you tell us more about him? What did he want?
Dale, I figured it out. Okay, there we go. Dear God, Mr. Rushel. A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Valent's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valent's feet step always forward. That is all.
That's all. Very confusing.
I am to perform a big magic show, yes. I wanted someone to cover it. Yet, he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Gramarye.
Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went?
I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him.
Ooh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick.
Is he gonna fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic.
What happened to the big magic?
Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? You must have really not liked that journalist. Now the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy.
Thanks, Uncle Valent.
3 days from now, make ready for a miracle.
Okay.
What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valent react like that to this envelope?
I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit.
Alright. Thank God! We can go now. We go from here. Prestidigitation. Thank you. We get it, big man. You have a thesaurus. Yeah. He's got a pocket thesaurus. It's like this big. October 7, Detention Center Visitors Room. I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote. No, 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 no. Not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here.
Maybe that reporter?
Oh, there he is. Oh my god. His hair! Oh dear god! Oh, he's got one of those feather tools. Oh. You know, it's funny because, like, when I looked at the, oh, I don't have the business card anymore. When I looked at the back of the business card and saw the drawing, I was like, that's a weird looking drawing. Oh, I don't know how to make him sound. His smile.
Hey there. How you doing? Who might you be?
Oh, sorry. We didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey.
You're Justice? You
know me?
Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans. End quote.
That's not true. What's he writing?
Are you a reporter by any chance?
Whoa! You're Trucy!
Huh? Am I famous?
Oh yeah! Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote.
Ah! That's so not true!
Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy.
Interview?
So guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote.
No! How many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with them.
Did you come here to interview the guard?
Oh, wait, what a pickle! Accused wouldn't talk. Had to interview someone or go plumb crazy. End quote.
Huh?
I should have guessed.
Where are my manners? Name's Brushel. Spock Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes eyes, writes. End quote.
What's that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins?
Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness, end quote.
I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Oh boy. Oh boy. He has the same music as Hoti from Justice for All. Oh.
I hated him.
I hate that they brought him back, too. He was in this game. One of your favorite witnesses. Oh my god. Spark Brushel.
So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist?
Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
Yes?
I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote.
Okay.
For instance, you think a movie director watches movies?
Well, I think he probably does.
Exactly! I knew you'd understand.
Huh?
So, the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio?
Who, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record.
Yes?
I might look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back. End quote.
I can understand that philosophy, but...
You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport.
True enough. I'm struggling to talk really fast.
But don't they give normal tickets away too?
Exactly. See? It's the same thing.
What is? So, you went to do a story on Drew Misham, and he'd never had a story done about him before.
That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here.
What?
I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place?
Well, yes.
Look, it's like... Oh, I got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's gonna tell me where he got it?
At the supermarket, maybe?
Exactly. See? That's what I'm talking about.
I think I may have actually understood that one.
Well, there's nothing I can talk about really.
Walls have ears.
Eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote.
Right. Guess we'll leave then.
But since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it.
Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup when an article in a tabloid caught my eye.
Fabulous?
Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote, I believe it was.
An oil painting?
Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river. Is it a peach or a plum?
Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach.
Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers, end quote.
So we'll probably show him one of these.
One of these.
I actually thought this guy showed up in the second case. Oh. Not quite. It's a peach. It's pink. Okay. Because they called it a plum. See? Large plum in foreground. So now I'm just confused. I did think it was a peach, though. It's kind of like an old-timey newscaster. I don't know. Something like that. I think it's just spontaneously happening, regardless of whatever Bishi was going for originally, yeah. That's pretty much it.
Alright, let me go on the record here.
Yes?
I know what you're going to say. Brushel, take this. Write brilliant column, end quote.
I don't think so.
Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing, and that's food. Try to understand.
What could he possibly be writing? He didn't listen to a word I said. So he doesn't care about that. So this is the same thing. Okay, so this is what he says when he doesn't have anything to say. Okay. Is there anything else to talk about? Like, is there a new... No? Okay. So we just talked about the stolen painting. This? No. Okay. Acrylic. So he's talking about an oil painting. He's talking about the ones I was trying to show him first, but... Never trust anyone whose teeth are perfectly symmetrical? What do you have against people who have gotten braces? Oh. What the heck? He's not saying... They're lying. What do you mean? It's a scam! What do you mean? I didn't have Invisalign for 4 years to be called a liar! He's not reacting to anything. Okay. Weird. Ammo? No. Odd. So I've shown him everything I have, and he doesn't have anything to say. I have talked to him about everything. Do I just frickin' leave, I guess? Invisalign did. What are we talking about? What is we talking about? Oh my god. I'm still so mad that when I got Invisalign, it was supposed to be like less than a year, and it was like 4 years. Something like that. 3 or 4 years later, I finally could like stop wearing them all the time. It's like, oh my god. I don't know. I didn't even get anything new from that guy. Like, I just got information. I'm stuck yet again. I showed him everything, though. Okay, something's different here. This is what we're doing. October 7, Drew Studio. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. What's with that scary face you're making? And what's with the I know something but I'm not telling face you've got going, Emma? Emma! So, we gotta present. So I guess I'll show her the painting. This painting came from behind that dresser. Yeah. So, it was stolen, no? There we go. I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger. Ah, so his name is Sham. A forger? There we go. Oops. Yeah.
So, what exactly is a forger?
Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words.
Fakes?
Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise, you can't tell them apart.
Well, why not just photocopy them?
The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course.
So Drew Misham was...
A criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries, to supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue.
So the rough sketch is like practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage.
But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like, after all.
Oh yeah, I guess you would.
That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really needed to go to such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway.
Still, it would be neat to see Mr. Misham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking.
True. That would be interesting. Maybe valuable for our case.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say.
Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. Okay. I'm going to catch up with chat and also take some extensive notes because I haven't taken any notes on the case yet. And this one is supposed to be a doozy. It's supposed to be a very long one. And I won't be playing it for a couple weeks. So I want to make sure I'm very prepared for the next stream when I play this again. Oh, take a sip. I can do that. Thanks for reminding me to stay hydrated. Looks like a human SpongeBob. He forged his perfect teeth with braces. A forger is someone who makes forgeries. Keikaku means plan. Astute detective work. Good way to find forgery is cool. They have a machine that can count the brush strokes or carbon date the paint. Ooh. I hear that carbon dating is one of the most popular ways of determining if something is a forgery. Even outside of paintings. But even for like artifacts or like pieces from a famous book that's been missing for, you know, hundreds of years. People will fake that kind of stuff too. Okay, let's take some notes on this case. So what have we figured out so far? We have figured out that this case is a trial case. or let's say practice. A practice case to implement the, oh my god, what's it called? The juror system. Something like that. Maybe Bishi is a forgery. Oh my god. Now you can forge with AI. Will wonders never cease to amaze. Oh my god. I hate AI. And I don't mean like artificial intelligence in general, like how it can be used to like better our world and better our societies. I mean like the BS where they just take a bunch of people's drawings and feed it through a machine and then try to say that, oh, I can do art now because I can use an AI to mix and mash all of these people's art together and make new art, where it's like literally just a really terrible like patchwork of a bunch of different people's styles and drawings, and it's like, it's BS. And it's stealing too. I have a lot of feelings about that. And that's why Glaze became a thing. Artists who post things online now have to feed their stuff through something called Glaze so that it can, what's the word? Combat the AI people who are trying to steal their work and putting artists and creatives out of work. And not even just that, but also voice actors, because AI is also people are also trying to use AI to replace voices. And even feeding famous VAs voices through a system to try and make, oh, I can make this famous VA say anything. And it's like, if AI has no haters, I'm dead. Yeah, basically. Ugh. Gross. I'm trying to take notes. This case is a practice case. It's about the murder of a forger. Defendant is his daughter. I know, that was like just the beginning, I feel like, of when it started becoming more, I guess, mainstream and more used by people. Yeah. Let's see. Well, one of the most important things that happened too was we showed Graham the envelope, and he freaked out. Wanted to open it. It is Trucy's dad back. Let's see. Zach has been gone 7 years. So he's been declared dead. He inherited the miracle trick in the mentor's will. Now, Valent, that's his first name. Now Valent can take it for himself. Suspicious in all caps. We also have found a, well, I'm trying to think of things that were not really said in the evidence. Like the will and the 7 years thing and being declared dead, that's not going to be in any of the evidence. That's kind of like some information that I might want to call upon later that I'm just supposed to remember, and it's going to be hard to do that. We got the poison in here. I can look at this whenever I want. We're probably going to look at these under the X-ray thing in a second. I think that's pretty much all the highlights of everything we've seen so far. I think so. Okay. Let's keep going. So we've talked about, let's see. So now I probably want to show her the painting again. I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting, and I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine, fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out. Here we go. We can look at all of them. I kind of want to look at all of them. Let's look at all of them. Just for fun. Oh, something's happening. What? That looks like the moment with Phoenix from like the first case. Whoa. What? What the heck?
Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted to for the rough.
What do you mean?
Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch.
Composition?
Just look over at chat. I see Among Us, Sussy, and what the scallop? What the scallop?
In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like.
I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting.
Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Misham was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them?
Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd.
You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo.
You think we could check out one of the other paintings? Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you? Let's check out the pufferfish. This is fun. I like this one. I think this is my favorite, forensic thing so far. Other than the fingerprint one. That one's also fun. Like a little house? What? Oh my god, it's all the cases! What the scallop? No, but really, what the hell? Oh, and it looks like a skeleton. This one too.
What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden.
You think I could just look at the last of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. The heck? Weird. Yeah. It's the concert. With a guitar on fire. Whoa. Yeah, each one is kind of like an artist's interpretation of all the cases. Whoa. What the heck is all this?
I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. You sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation?
Drusy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? I noticed it. Yeah, it looks like Clavier's on fire. Yeah, he's just totally on fire. Ah! There. Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the governor's concert.
What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things, and why?
That's what I want to know.
Wait, is Drew Misham your father?
Give me a break! Does that seem even remotely possible to you? Is he your dad? What the heck? Okay, I'm writing this down. So the 3 paintings in Misham's studio had under sketches that were of the 3 previous cases from Apollo. Oh my goodness! Welcome in, Brian. Thanks so much for that raid. Welcome. Howdy. We are playing some Apollo Justice, some Ace Attorney. We just started a new case today. We're in case 4 now, which is the last one. So I am getting closer to finishing this game. You're on this case. I am. Indeed I am. Welcome in. How was Final Fantasy X? We've also been having a lot of cursed conversations today. We were talking about zaddies. There's a quote from this game where they say Lord Daddy, and that just kind of evolved over time. Finished early because I gotta get up early tomorrow, and apparently the next room was a long puzzle. Oh yeah, that's when you gotta check out. You're like, actually I gotta end the stream. Bye everybody. I'm not doing this tonight. Yeah, I understand. Well, if you do have to head out because you gotta get up early, I totally get it. No worries. I appreciate the raid either way. Take care of yourself. And, yeah, have a good weekend. I'd never even heard of any Drew Mission before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Mission? And what did he have to do with me? Ah, to be continued. Thank you for the lurk. To be continued. Oh. See, now I'm conflicted. I did say I wanted to do an early end of the stream tonight. Mostly because I'm not going to be playing this for another 2 weeks. And I really don't like leaving in the middle of something. Yeah. I know that we just got that raid, though. We just got the raid. But I think that I might actually also head out early. Because that's a great stopping point to pick it back up next time. We shall see. What are you going to be playing instead? Oh, I won't be here next week. I'm taking a week off from streaming. Hold on, let me play some music while we're hanging out here for a second. I will be gone next week. I won't be here. So I'm not gonna be playing this again until I come back. So no, it's okay. It's fine. I might need to make another announcement so people know I won't be here. But yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted. Because if I keep going, I could start the next part of the case, but I'm not gonna get very far. I took some notes. We've just barely started the case, which I think is good. So next time I can just pick back up where we left off. I think so. I'm having a lot of fun hanging out with everybody though, so that's why I'm like hesitant to leave, but I think I should. I was also planning on ending early today too. I stayed up really late yesterday. So tired yesterday. I stayed on stream for like an extra hour to finish the case, just last case, the third one. So we could be prepared for case 4 today, which I am glad that I did. But that also means I'm really tired. So I think I'm gonna get a head start on the weekend and maybe go get some editing done before I go to sleep. And I guess we'll end it here. But thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate y'all spending your Fridays here with me. Whether you're chatting or lurking, I appreciate all of y'all. And like I said, I won't be streaming next week, but I'll be back right after that on Tuesday through Friday. I usually stream on those days around 8:30 p.m. Central Time. I'll be playing more Apollo Justice Thursday and Friday when I get back, and Tuesday and Wednesday I'll be playing more Infinite Wealth. That's my schedule at the moment. But as soon as we're done with Apollo Justice, at least this first game, I should be playing something else. I think I'm going to do a poll and probably share it around in the Discord to see what y'all want me to play before I keep playing more Apollo Justice. Either, you know, Chronicles and get back to that and finish it, or we could start FF7, I could get back to Persona, I don't know. I'll probably make a little poll for y'all. I'm leaning towards Chronicles or FF7, so maybe I'll just put those on the list and y'all can help me pick between the two. Because that's really what I'm conflicted about, is starting a new game or finishing one that's been waiting for me, so. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I hope y'all have a good week next week. I will be around. I'll be on, you know, social media. I'll be floating around in the Discord. if y'all, want to talk to me or anything. But that's gonna be it for me tonight. There's my social media. I'm most active on Twitter and YouTube. I'm also gonna be in the Discord, of course, and that's the best place to be for stream updates. If you want to know when I'm streaming, when I am not streaming, or if you just want to hang out with us and be part of the community and stuff like that. But she's going to the spirit realm pretty much. I'll just be floating around in the void, and then I'll float back down when it's time to get back to stream. But yeah, enjoy your week off. I'll try. I'm doing a lot of like busy stuff and not chores, errands and things like that pretty much. Gotta take care of business. But when I'm not doing that, I will try to relax. But either way, I hope y'all have a great weekend and a great week next week. I'll miss y'all. I'll be back soon. I'll give y'all an exact day. Hold on. It will be on the 9th. I'll be back on the 9th with more Infinite Wealth. Oh, the game's telling me to hurry up. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great week. I'll be back next time. See you then. Bye.